Hi, everyone. I am so
Hi.
excited to introduce you guys to two of my favorite people. We have Reggie, who is at Moriarty for Life on Tumblr, and Mina, who is at Nastasia underscore underscore Filipovna on Tumblr. Oh my God. I remember the first time I mentioned you in one of my YouTube videos, and I said like Flipanova or something stupid. I'm so embarrassed about it to this day. So I'm friends with both of these guys on Tumblr, and they have been both writing absolutely fantastic fan fiction in the past year, inspired by the show Rivals, which I have had so much fun discussing with them as we bounce ideas off of each other in our little fan fiction WhatsApp group chat. So today I'm going to do something that I haven't really done on this channel before, which is interview Mina and Reggie a little bit about their fanfics and their creative process. Rivals is actually one of my favorite DT projects to come out in the past few years, certainly one of the most unique, but I haven't really gotten to talk about it. So I'm very excited to do so in this video while giving these two a bit of a boost because they really are doing such terrific work. So, Reggie and Mina, could you summarize the different premises of your fanfics for those who haven't read them?
Yeah, sure. Mina, do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
No, it's fine. You can go first.
Okay, so my fic is called Tragedy, and it's actually
The news
named
control
after
so tragedy.
it's named after the Bee Gees song Tragedy. Um, so it's an alternate universe fic centered around Tony and Monica Battingham, and it basically begins with Tony making a different choice than he does in the show in episode 8 after Monica gives him the ultimatum of basically her or Cameron. And so in this one, he chooses Monica and his family, and it kind of just deals with the aftermath of that decision and what if like the Battingham family wasn't as fractured. And it's kind of like not only an in-depth look into Tony and all of his issues, it's an in-depth look into a lot of the characters themselves. So it was like a really good idea to expand a little bit and see how they all impact each other. So that's my
Yeah,
summary.
Mina, what about yours?
Uh, uh, so I just got this idea from my brother, and I thought like after the last scene, that's a major cliffhanger. What if we went in a different direction? And I know personally, I don't like the whole reformed villain sort of stories. Normally, when we see them in TV shows, I thought I could maybe pull it off this time and have Johnny lose his memory after the
He
accident.
loses memory.
And that was only because I wanted to discover that how this particular incident affected his relationship with Daddy. We don't get to see it much in the book or the TV show, but the thing is, you guys know me, and I have a soft spot for father-daughter relationships, not necessarily biological father-daughter relationships, and that was really fun for me to explore. But alongside, I also got to explore Tony and Monica's relationship, and I was it seems even a bit inspired by Reggie's because that is an absolutely fantastic work.
Yeah,
And it's all Lauren's fault.
it's all my fault. What do you mean?
I mean, you're the reason I wrote this book in the first place.
Yes, I guess that is true. So both of your fanfics are centered around Tony and Monica, as you said. How would you say that your interpretations of that relationship differ from each other and also from the show? Because you take it in quite different directions.
Well, I definitely would say that Mina is better suited on this question on how ours differ because she's read both of our fanfics. I'm only on chapter 7 of hers, so I guess you could probably say that maybe uh, Monica maybe in Mina's fic is a little bit more hardened, whereas like in Tragedy you see her is a little bit softer and more of like a rock for Tony. You don't really ever see her like as vulnerable or taking like as much center stage because Tragedy in itself is very much a character study of Tony. Um, Tony's also very vulnerable in both of them, but I think Mina does it in a different way than I do because I do it in the way that it's Tony in all of his senses, whereas like Tony's relearning everything in Mina's fic. And then I think it's just also how you see the contrast and how he interacts with people in both of our fics. So, and then the show, I think we also just see like less of his inner working. Like we see a little bit because GT's pretty good about it, but we also don't get maybe as much screen time with him as we maybe would like. So that's my piece. Mina?
How do they differ? Well, your version of their relationship is a lot more healthier, and they're fixing their relationship, and mine are trying to fix. I mean, they will definitely be trying, but I don't want to give too many spoilers, but you guys can tell they're not going to be able to fix
It
it
brought a lot more
because
of an
I
uphill
feel like,
climb in your fanfic.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they are technically at the point of no return, and they can try to fix it, and they might just try to take it back to what it was once, and they'll just probably end up making it worse for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell at this point in this fanfic if Tony losing his memory has like given them the fresh start that they need for their relationship, or if it's actually set them back more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, ooh, this is one of my favorite questions. I really love this one. As queer writers, what do you think drew both of you to a series so seemingly targeted at a straight audience as Rivals?
Because it's not straight in any way at all. I mean,
Elaborate on, elaborate on that.
half of those lines in the TV show sound like something I've heard in gay TV shows. Like Tony
It's the
directly at one
whole
point
thing
called
is like
Declan.
ridiculously camp.
I know. Well, like Tony at one point refers to Declan as his pussy cat. Like that sounds so freaking queer. So, and also I think it's just like there's a lot of similar like themes and tropes that you see in a lot of queer media today. Because it's like, okay, you have repressed men, like
Everything
emotionally
is very
repressed
high
men.
stakes.
Yeah. And it's like we're also in a, like a time period where we are still dealing with homosexuality. Like it's coming to be a little bit more prominent because we're in the AIDS crisis and we're also like in the Thatcher era. And we are like coming off of like
Which
the
is something
gays and
I'm going to
lesbians
deal
and
with in
Portland
my upcoming
minors.
fanfic. Sorry, little self
Yeah.
promo. Video that is supposed to be about you guys.
Yeah.
I'm insatiable.
Yeah, so we deal with like there are presence of like LGBTQ people there, and there I think there's also just too many scenes with DT like staring very aggressively at other men.
Yeah. Yeah. Mina.
That wall slam scene, Tintin.
Well, yeah, like Reggie said, it's definitely not straight at all. The themes are so camp, and you guys know, I quote Luca Guadagnino a lot, and it's because he's talked about how for a long time there has been media and literature that is actually targeted at straight people, or it's written like it's for straight people, but it's actually not. Like Marilyn Monroe's Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, it is obviously about two straight couples, but if you watch it, you can tell that it's so queer. It's just the story about the friendship between those two women.
Did she disappear again?
She did. You know we're also gonna make you talk about this, right?
Well, yes. I mean, I feel like, I mean, I'm sure a million people have talked about this before, but like the
And
aspect, the
oh,
aspect, sorry,
did
what?
I
Disappear?
I think the internet. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes, now I can hear you.
Oh, okay. If you guys want to continue, you can.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say that like this has definitely been discussed before, but obviously like probably the second most discussed thing by general audiences about Rivals aside from the sex is just the camp of it all. And I think the reason that like queer people are so drawn to that is because like we always feel like we're performing and putting on an act. And that's such a huge part of Rivals. Like there's hardly anyone in that
Yeah,
show that's like not like their life is all of their lives are like some sort of theater.
yeah, exactly that. And I don't know, but I read this somewhere. There's a law of men finding an excuse just to touch each other, being hostile towards each other. That's just
Reggie has disappeared. Everyone is disappearing. Why does everyone leave me?
Okay, sorry, my internet like fully died for a
Okay,
hot
okay,
sec.
so we got through the queer question. Um,
Mhm.
Rivals has such a specific setting. So what sort of research did you guys do to capture this particular time and place?
Nina, you want to start? You do more research than I do.
Yeah. Mina's the well-read one of the three of us. We are mere simpletons.
no, no, I'm not. So you go first, Rich. I don't know what to say.
Okay. Well, I started by reading the book, like the actual Rivals book, because it is like there is so much like details in there that you
Yeah,
don't really
that's
get that
true.
in
Like
the
reading the book
show.
is honestly like half of the research you've done already because it's so packed with detail.
Yeah, it's also it's a lot at once. I also just Google a lot of things like if they happened in the 80s, and then I think I talked to my one of my chemistry teachers because he's British, so he would just know.
Mm.
And then I also did have the opportunity to be in London when I started writing it, so I got to ask like
Right,
my
yeah.
family about it.
But yeah, the book, like, I mean, obviously I have many widely nuanced opinions on Julie Cooper, but like she is so, so good at like setting detail and like the clothes, the food, the houses, all of the like different pop cultural references she puts in. Like everything is so rich and vivid.
Yeah, like I'm more emotionally driven, I think, in my fic, whereas
Yeah,
Mina's more
same.
like focused on the details. So I don't talk about like the specifics of everything as much as maybe like Jilly does or Mina does specifically. Because you even like when we were reviewing Mina's like latest chapter, you're like, how did you get all these references
Yeah,
from
I
there?
know.
And I'm
Mina
like,
Mina
I
is like
don't
an
do that at all.
Mina's an imagery queen and like as I am about to write a fanfic that like goes across all these different time periods and like Silco, I feel like it would be different if I were writing about a different character, but like Silco is a character that I feel like has to have such a specific aesthetic that I feel like I have to know exactly what his apartment looks like. I have to know how he dresses, everything.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, so Mina's really encouraged me to like step up my game in terms of like getting my references and my visual details and everything.
yeah. And Lynn's really good at that too.
Yeah, Mina between Mina and Lynn, I'm like, okay, I have to.
No, I cannot compare to Lynn's work.
Yes, you can.
What?
Also,
Is
like
amazing.
you're 20 years old. Like Lynn is like fandom mom. Don't compare yourself to her.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. But I
Okay,
think I
okay.
rely on imagery for the word count because I like writing long things. And when I don't have much substance in the scene, I just rely on the descriptions and all of that. And also because it helps me feel grounded. And I'm an impulsive Googler. So I'm just going to start Googling cars or makeup or whatever in the 80s. And like
Mhm.
Reggie said, the main starting point is obviously the book. And I feel as much as people say, like your earlier question, the show is very camp, but if you read the book, you realize the book is somehow even more camp and maybe a little bit more clear because some of the characters are, I mean, there's a huge implication in the book that bisexual.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that is not really implied in the TV show.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
feel like
lightly
Tony
hinted.
But yeah, the book is
I feel like Tony is almost more queer coded in the book, like with the detail that he wears mascara and all of the like various descriptions of his interactions with Rupert. And I feel like they almost got rid of that in the show because they wanted to avoid the like queer coded villain thing.
yeah, just let DT Pine, man. He
Yeah,
does
yeah.
it so
I
well.
mean, David adds enough homoeroticism as it is.
I mean, he
He
spends
doesn't
90%
need
of
the
his time
mascara.
eye fucking.
What?
He spends 90% of his time eye fucking people, so don't worry about it.
And the rating on this podcast just went up.
My bad.
It's okay. It's okay. Um, anyways,
I
yeah,
mean, it's rivals.
you're so good at like I don't know, the YouTuber I talk to, not talk to, Jesus, I wish I talked to the Swiftologist. The YouTuber I listen to about Taylor Swift songs all the time, like he talks about how she's so good at like showing and not telling a particular emotion and like capturing a feeling through an image, like with the red scarf and All Too Well, for instance. And you have so many moments like that in your fanfic. Like the style is the substance. Like the that one line about like Maud's lipstick and it feeling too bright for her lips and it just I would like oh my God, that just encapsulates everything about her so perfectly. Um,
Thank you.
ooh, okay, so which character do you guys find most fun to write other than Tony and Monica? Because they're both delicious, but this is like a whole massive cast of just the tastiest characters.
Yeah, I mean, she's my main character, so I'm having a lot of fun writing her.
Who?
And I think I get to add, sorry,
Who is the main character? I missed the
Taggy.
yes, Taggy.
Yeah, and Cameron, obviously. I love writing women, all sorts of women, and I think Taggy and Cameron are on opposite ends of a spectrum of women you can find for me. So it's a treat to get to write them both. I mean, on one side, I get to explore, Cameron's ruthlessness, her ambition, and on the other hand, I get to explore Taggy's kindness and also get to mix that up a bit. Cameron has a nice caring side, and Taggy might have a bit of a cruel side to her at some point.
Um, okay. So I'm not gonna lie, probably the easiest character for me to write besides Tony and Monica is Archie because he's
Yeah,
basically just his
I
parents.
love what you're doing with Archie.
He's basically just his parents at like the same time. Like he's like both of their qualities, like both their best and worst qualities at the same time. And then if like I have to go outside of the Battinghams, I'd probably say Declan because he's just so dry and cynical and very, very Irish. And my family is so Irish.
Yeah, I feel like what you've done with Archie is really, really cool. What the hell? Oh my goodness. There's an echo going on. What is that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Is it gone?
Is it gone?
Oh my God,
It's
disgusting.
gone.
Where did
This
this
is so
come
bad.
from? I'm gonna pause the recording.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Reggie, I feel like what you've done with Archie is so special because we have so little to go off with him in the show and the book. So he's basically like your original creation. And I feel like you've sort of expanded upon the dynamics that exist and what little information we get from the show in like such a natural way.
Well, I mean, he is like my age, so I think it's like really easy for me to relate to him. And then also, um, like the book, you kind of get a little bit more detail about him, and like you get more interactions with him and Tony. And at some point, like Archie develops a relationship with Caitlin, and Tony actually like lets them have it. Even though like he's like, oh, I don't hate you, I hate your dad. He's like, so it's fine as long as like nobody else knows. So you better be discreet. Yeah.
Where'd Mina go? Okay, she's back. Yeah, and Mina, your Taggy is so interesting because she's such a gentle and sweet character, And yet there's this sense that she's been so sort of beaten down and underappreciated by the people who are supposed to care about her that she's sort of like willing to use Tony, who's in this very vulnerable position, just so she can feel needed because she doesn't really feel like anyone's needed her before.
Yeah, and I think it gives her a bit of an um like a taste of power, a bit of agency,
Yeah,
because there's
exactly.
this person before her who was the pinnacle of authority and power in that place, in that setting, and now she feels that she's more powerful than him,
Yeah, it's very
that
she's a
she
very
gets
challenging
to.
character because it's sort of it's difficult to like find her dark side, but I feel like you've done such an excellent job with that. Um, ooh, okay.
Yep.
Who are you guys' biggest stylistic influences as writers? I know Mina will have words on this.
Okay, so
Okay,
probably
Reggie, keep going.
Shakespeare.
Sure,
Probably
sure,
Shakespeare
elaborate on
because
that.
well, one of the biggest problem I basically turned Tonica into the Macbeths. And then I basically I also Hades Town because I basically also made them like Hades and Persephone, and then I
Yeah, yeah,
also
yeah.
kind of
Your Tonica is so Hades and Persephone. I'm also going to
mhm.
mention that Reggie did in fact come up with the ship name Tonica. We discussed this earlier.
I just like started calling them Tonica, and I think you just started doing it back, and then it just grew in the fandom, and I every time I get a comment it's about Tonica, so that's typically how it goes. And then I guess I also mentioned like Suzanne Collins and then like Madeline Miller because they're just two of my favorite authors. So
I
yeah,
mean,
but Hades Town and
Madeline
Shakespeare for
Miller,
sure.
Madeline Miller is the queen of yearning, as we know. And there
Mhm.
is much
Yeah,
yearning
because I
to
think
be had in tragedy.
yeah, because I read like the Song of Achilles when I was 11,
Oh
so
my gosh, you
I
were a baby. I didn't read it until my
so I
freshman year of
just
college.
yeah no my mom went I don't think you're going to like this, and I was in sixth grade and we went on a cruise and I read it in 2 days. So and then I reread it like 5 times. You're welcome.
I need to reread
Yeah,
it.
but
It's definitely one of my favorite books.
yeah, like
I read it once.
the the classics are just like so pure, and I think also Shakespeare does yearning really well. Um, and I think it also probably helped that I was writing a play for my school
Wait,
while I
Reggie,
was doing this,
have
and
you
it
read, sorry, I keep talking over you. That's my bad.
you're good. Well, it's like we were writing a play for our one act competition, and it was about Shakespeare, so I did a whole bunch of research about it. So,
Yeah.
Lauren, say your
I feel
piece.
like
What were you,
I feel like there's definitely a bit of Antony and Cleopatra in there with your Tony and Monica too.
I haven't read Antony and
More?
Cleopatra.
Yeah, oh, you should. I feel like you'd see a lot of
I've like talked about it. Like
similarities.
we talked about it when we did research, but
You would
the
see a
ones
lot of
I've
really
actually read are
interesting similarities between your Tony and Antony. Um, didn't even
does
realize
it help
the
that
name
they're named
similarities, but like,
Antony?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think they've both got a lot of interesting stuff going on with like gender and their relationship to masculinity and like
Mhm.
very they yearn in very similar ways.
Yeah. And
Like
I
with
don't know.
most violent, all-consuming intensity, I shall say.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know. I think like the fact that I saw David's Macbeth and like David was kind of my key into Macbeth anyway probably helped and influenced me a lot. So that's that, and probably why if you ever think that them dancing feels like how David and Kush danced on stage, that
Mm.
is the reason. So there you go. Mina, your turn.
Your turn. Yeah.
My influences, I don't really know where I picked up one because I don't have one voice. I wish I had some particular influence so I could talk about it right now. But I think, yeah, like Madeline Miller was definitely the one that influenced, you read her and then you end up writing so much yearning in your books and your stories that you just can't help it. And I think I read a lot of Khaled Hosseini and Margaret Atwood as a kid. So I just can't help writing dark characters and stories because of that. Because in my mind, I think people are sort of fucked up. Everyone is sort of fucked up because of reading those books over and over again. So yeah, I think that's it.
Oscar Wilde is also huge for you, right?
Yeah.
Ah, ah,
Um,
fumbled my phone. What sort of music do you listen to help you get in the minds of your characters? I know we've talked about this a lot. Reggie has words. I can tell Reggie has words.
Well, I have playlists. I have a lot of playlists. Um, Specifically for Tony because he is complex. We have several playlists, Lauren. You helped me make like all of them.
All the pulp
Uh,
songs.
no, Lauren will text
Pulp
me at
is
like
so
2 in the
important
morning.
for
Lauren
Tony.
will text me at 2 in the morning and be like, "This song is so tonica coded," and then I'll listen to it, and I will give her a whole analysis.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
then
Reggie goes like beat by beat, like paying attention to like even like little instrumental details that I don't notice and connecting them back to the characters. It's like truly something.
yeah, because I think when you like first did your like Tony Battingham playlist on YouTube, I went through it song by song, and I
Yes,
wrote like a
song by song. Oh my God, I got like a detailed breakdown of every single song.
yeah, I think it's a 30-page document in my school account because I just like sent them to you on Tumblr. Um, so I think I definitely try and match the song to the mood of the scene, and specifically like Tony's like really nasty scene. I pulled out like every villain song I could find, including like Hellfire and World Burn and stuff. And then I even went further and I pulled like Imperial March from Star Wars. So and then we do a lot of yearning. So Lauren picks all the yearning songs from musicals.
I pick on the yeah. Yeah,
And
like
then we
slow
and
jam.
then yeah, and then we listen to a lot of Taylor Swift. She's good at yearning.
She's got the range. What can I say? She's got the
Yeah.
range.
So we just well, because Mina and I we were talking about this. Tortured Poets is so Tony and Monica. So because I think that was one of the first songs I said was so Tonica coded was Guilty as Sin. So I have several playlists, and one of them is actually called I Really Need That Evil Bitch Energy. So there you go.
Tell me about this.
Yes.
And cackle.
So Mina, what type of music do you listen to? Like, because I feel like we've talked about it, but I don't think you've shared your playlist.
I don't have any. I mean, I just work with whatever music is playing in the background. I wish I had a playlist for this pick. I do not. I just listen to Reggie's playlist, and Lauren, your playlist is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, because 90% of the songs that I associate with this are the songs that you guys already have on your playlist.
Mina, I'm making you a playlist. This is happening.
Oh,
I still, because I already have a Silco playlist, so I'm like debating if I should make a Silco playlist specifically for And What's He Done That Says I Play the Villain, because like there are songs on my regular Silco playlist that don't really apply to Silco in my fanfic, and there are songs that apply to Silco in my fanfic that don't really apply to Silco in canon. So like it's sort of a weird Venn diagram situation and like I don't like I don't want to spend the time doing it, but at the same time my brain is like I need to because like playlist making just scratches an itch in my brain, as you know.
Just do it.
I
Just
I
do it.
probably I probably will on the car ride back to school. That sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah. I'm
Um
like a Nike ad. Just do it.
just do it. Okay. Uh what are you guys hoping most to see from Rivals season 2? So it could go in so many different directions. The possibilities are truly endless.
I want Tony to have like the biggest crash out of his life.
He better. He freaking better.
No, well, because I was just like I was talking about someone like with someone like when Rivals first ended because they're like, well, what if he's just dead? I'm like, first off, it's DT. You don't kill off DT if he's the main character. And second off, um, there's more of the book to go on, and he doesn't die in the book.
Right.
Um,
They'd have to like completely restructure the plot.
hmm And I'm like, okay, so you're paying DC this amount of money for him to show up like 2 times and maybe like a flashback or something, or like basically what he does is Kilgrave and Jessica Jones is like a
Yeah.
phantom of
Like
Cameron's
I wonder how
imagination.
much of a time skip there's gonna be.
I think it's only like a week or two,
It's like
probably,
a week.
because he's like his facial wound in like the leaked pictures is still pretty fresh, but it's like pretty obvious that it's like healed a little
Mhm.
bit. Um, but I want to like just watch him like spiral down because I think DT would do that really well. And I think I even said this to you when he didn't win the BAFTA. I said whatever he does in season 2 is gonna win him that BAFTA.
I really hope so. If he doesn't win it for either this season or the hack, provided the hack is good, which I think it will be, I'm throwing hands. I'm throwing so many hands.
Yeah. Well, I think if he doesn't,
I'm going to
we're
grow
all
extra hands so I can throw them.
I think we're just gonna write him a movie that'll win him a BAFTA.
Oh, absolutely.
It's coming.
Yeah, yeah. I will have to write the Arcane stage adaptation so he can win a BAFTA for playing Silco.
Well, I mean, I think that's the most agreed upon
Well,
role that everyone wants
I'm
him to
so
play
stupid.
is
Oh my God.
Silco.
Why would he not? That would be an Olivier. I'm so dumb.
He
Well, he
can do what
needs
he
to win an
wants.
Olivier too.
Yeah, no, I was mad
Oh,
he
oh
didn't
my
win
God,
for
I'm being
Macbeth.
too loud. I'm being too loud. I like promised my parents I'd keep my volume.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
I was really mad when he didn't win it for Macbeth. Especially because I got to see it, so it was just like it was perfect. And I know
so I
Morgan has
still can't
talked about
believe
it endlessly,
that. Oh my God. Oh.
but it's like and then I went and I saw it in theaters after, like when it came out, like the recording, and it was still just as good. But I think there's something about being there in person. Like he just draws you in and you don't stop for
I
three
really was
hours.
just like I hate that I was so burned out at the time that I saw Macbeth in theaters that I was like, my attention was like too split to like be as insane about it as I should have been, which makes me
Mhm.
really, really sad, which is why I need it on DVD or I need to make an edit of it or like something so I can just like be
It's
more
on
about
Marquee.
it.
It's on Marquee TV, but you have to like it's and that
Yeah,
has like
I'm pretty
every
sure
theater
there's also a
production
Google
ever.
Drive link.
Yeah, I could
Um,
find it. We
Mina,
should review Big Fest. That would be hilarious.
Mina, you're on mute.
So, okay, Mina, you go.
No, I said I have a drive link if you want it.
Yes, wonderful, thank you. Okay, okay, so what's your answer to the question, Mina?
Um, I am expecting them to at least treat that cliffhanger with respect. Like if they just do a he's fine, you know, it's just he went to the hospital and now he's fine. That's going to be a bit of an anticlimax
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
because
want there to be like a bit of stress at the beginning.
yeah,
Like I know there's not
like
like
what do you mean?
real
You can take
suspense.
like that and now you just
Yeah, I know there's not like real suspense as to whether or not he'll be okay because like we've all seen the photos, but like I want them to make us feel like it.
and I also
Hmm? Go ahead.
sorry, you go on. No, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm so curious as to what they're gonna do with Tony and Monica because I feel like you guys have made me care about their relationship so much. So now in season 2, if there's like not very much to it, I'm gonna be like so disappointed. or if they like get to like I don't know what's gonna happen because like Monica said she'd leave him if he went to Cameron instead of her, and now like he's been caught at the scene of the crime basically. But also like the pictures of them in season two are kind of giving like happy villain couple. So I don't really know what the vibe is. It could be anything. I kind of want happy villain couple
Yeah.
because we know David can serve that. I like
Well,
want
you
I want Macbeth's score.
well, you
Well,
guys
the
already
Macbeths
said
aren't like
that if it
happy
doesn't
villain couple.
happen,
They're like miserable but very in love villain couple.
yeah, you guys already said that if it doesn't happen, I'm suing them. So it is a reasonable thing. Also, I kind of just I want to see them have some really like tender scenes and just like she's encouraging him, but she's like pulling him back like from the line a little bit
Yeah.
because Mina likes to talk about how like Monica's actually the one in control, and I really agree with that.
Yeah, and I know David really loves doing those tender scenes with Monica, and I think it reminds him a lot of his relationship with Georgia, which is part of why he
The
puts a lot
rubbing
of
the
that.
feet, the
What?
rubbing the feet, the rubbing the feet.
Yes, yes, the Remy the
No, because there's like every time he is on screen with Claire, he has the most smitten expression, and I just die. We just sent each other pictures of him looking smitten with her like the entire time. It's adorable.
Smitten, smoked.
Smitten.
My stupid bells. Oh my God, I got these in Italy. They're so shiny. Don't you love them?
They're adorable. Yeah, no, Mina and I have talked about several scenes with Sonic a lot, especially when we first met on Tumblr. There are things we talk about in our
Yeah,
fics that we do to surprise you, Lauren.
we did.
You mean like the gray hair stuff or other stuff too?
We're just here to self-service all of your dreams about David and his hair.
No, this is like a thing that they will do. Mina will be like, "I have a present for you, Lauren," and then there will be like 7 paragraphs of poetic description of David Tennant's crow's feet in her fic, and I will just be like so called out.
Yeah. I think you also compared the one scene that I did with him to like Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes, yes. Yes, I really that was like one of my favorite little bits of description that you did. Reggie talked about like his crows like he it was like a really really devious scene with Tony where he smiles and his crow's feet like deepen in like a really like grotesque sort of way. And like Reggie described it so so well. Um Ooh, okay. So what projects do you guys have lined up after these fanfics are finished? I know Mina has one that I am like extremely excited about.
It's all we talk about.
It is all we talk about.
Half the time, Lauren's just like, Mina, I need food. Give me
Please,
more.
please, please. And tell us what this is. Tell us what this is, Mina.
You have
Give
to.
the people what they want.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's for the 5 people who got sad when Around the World in 80 Days season 2 got canceled. It's not for anyone else. And that's the target audience. And yeah, I just really wanted them all to travel the world again, but this time slowly, just getting to know each other, spending time with each other. And of course, we have a new character, an original character. Um, yeah, you guys know all about it.
uh a character that might have been written specifically for one Miss Georgia Tennant.
Yeah, that's yeah, I really want to see her play something alongside David, but not like states, not a comedy thing, a serious thing where they play a couple.
Yeah, I need to see them have like capital C chemistry because I know they have it. I know they have it. We've all seen those red carpet videos. Yeah. And the fic is going to be called World Enough and Time, which is also the title of
Yeah.
one of the best Doctor Who episodes. Um, so yeah, I will be so seated when it comes out. Reggie, what about
You
you?
are more excited about it than I am.
Okay, so I don't have anything like long form plans. I have several one shots that are like deleted scenes from tragedy. So, such as Monica dyeing Tony's hair
I
because
thought, why did I hear like you've told me about this concept a million times, and in my head, I just heard the words Monica dying and got so scared.
hey, you don't know what I'm gonna do. It's called tragedy for a reason, Lauren.
Stop that! Stop it! Stop it!
Um, and then there is like a longer one shot that I want to write, which is basically because I don't think I could do it like chapter wise, but I could do it like a 17K one shot of Monica and Tony meeting, getting married, and like through the years. And then the first time he cheats on her until
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the end
This
of
this
series
concept
one.
is going to kill me.
It's basically just going to be me being indulgent because I also get to rewrite a lot of the scenes from the show. So, and then I get to make a whole bunch of them up. Oh, and I have a very serious headcanon that they play tennis together. So
Yeah, because
we
Reggie
don't
is
play.
like insane at tennis.
I'm not that good.
I mean, I'm like the least athletic person you'll
Yeah,
ever
is
meet.
an understatement.
So, like anyone who's like slightly good at tennis is insane to me because I've always been terrible at it.
Well, there's like there's an American tennis player. His name is like Taylor Fritz, and his girlfriend is like a very big influencer, but like they play tennis together sometimes. She's not very good, but like it's just adorable to me to see them like teaching each other how to play tennis because it's just like that would so be Monica teaching Tony how to play tennis, and I think it would just be adorable. So yeah, and then I might have a Phileas idea, but
Wait, have you told me about this?
I think we talked about it a little bit.
Which
But
one
it's
was
gonna
it?
it was like him going to like I don't even remember like the fuck is Mrs. Sandwich like run
Wait, what? Oh, the
like
brothel.
yeah the
Yes.
brothels and it's like I wanted
Oh
to
my
just
God, I
I want
love
to write
that
him
book.
having sensory overload and it's just like
He's so
everything.
autistic. I love how you have to
I don't
refer
think
to I love how you have to refer to a brothel as the thing Mrs. Sandwich runs. Like Good Omens being your reference point for that is like so funny.
I mean I honestly cannot think of the word. I just know she runs it. So like I know what it is, you know. So it's just like I also want to like break into some of the other fandoms, but I think tragic like Rivals is my home base for a while because it's like my most popular fandom.
Yeah, and like you were definitely one of the first people writing fics for it. So
Yeah, I think I started writing tragedy when there was like 20 fics. So
yeah, that's like true trailblazer behavior.
yeah, and I was like the first with like a Tony and Monica. So
Yeah, and
I think the
I
reason
don't think there are a lot of people in the David Tennant fandom with Rivals as their particular niche. Like there's a lot of people who like Good Omens is their thing, or Broadchurch is their thing, or Doctor Who is their thing. Like I feel like you are really like the Rivals person in the fandom.
yeah, like I like a lot of this stuff. I love a lot of it, but I'm very obsessed with him being like shades of gray, like very nuanced characters, because I know he does it very well. And then also the fact that when I met him, he was like, "This is the only Rebels thing I've signed all Comic Con." I'm like, okay,
It's so special.
yeah. So I also we are
Reggie's
all
the main
obsessed with him
character.
playing in
Reggie
Clean
is the
Bear.
main character, and
So
you have to like them.
it's true. It's also the fact that my name actually is in a Shakespeare play and he just did it. So you're welcome. I feel special.
And what? And he just,
Okay.
oh yeah, because he was Edmund. Duh.
Hmm.
I'm like, what do you mean David's already done King Lear? When did?
Well, he's like he did the audio thing, and it's like I want him to actually do it because I just need to hear him say my name like out loud a bunch because it's a problem.
And our final question. We've made very good time on this. I'm like so happy with how this has gone. It couldn't have gone better. Um, so how do you think you've improved as a writer through the process of writing this fanfic?
Mina, I'm making you go first.
Okay. Okay. I think it's really pushed me. I'm very lazy when it comes to being a writer. It felt really good to have something that I was getting feedback on. This fic was, it got popular. I mean, not really popular, but still, there were like 20 people reading it and leaving comments. And all that feedback also helped me improve. I knew where I was messing up. I knew how to, um, make myself better as a writer from that. And I got to work on dialogue. I really suck at writing dialogue.
Oh, you don't.
And I'd often be asking Reggie, how do I do this scene? Like, I want to write Monica and Cameron a lot over this thing.
Reggie?
I think I've definitely, because I haven't written a long form piece of content since I was 13. And the last time I wrote a long form piece of content, it sucked. So I've tried several times to write long form pieces of content and I get burnt out like really quickly because like I was trying to write like a really long Good Omens fic and I couldn't do it. Um, so I think it's definitely made me be patient and it taught me that I actually have to plan everything out in advance because otherwise I will just make shit up and it will not like work with the story. So like the first few chapters you can kind of tell that I made it up every single chapter and then it gets a little bit more cohesive and like collective. But I think it's also like taught me like how to make characters a little bit more emotionally vulnerable and realistic. Especially because I give them like all of my problems. So this is my therapy. You're welcome. Enjoy my eating disorder and OCD and
Oh,
anxiety. Yeah.
this is me. I'm definitely giving Silco like an extremely exaggerated version of my like sophomore year agoraphobia.
Mhm. Yeah, like it's like Tony has all of my problems. Like he has OCD, he has an eating disorder, he has anxiety, and he has body image issues. So you're welcome. Enjoy it. He and well, he gives all those signs in Rivals already. So I was just like, here you go. Let me expand. So yeah, I think I got better at actually like casting my problems onto the characters instead of just being like, oh, by the way, they have this problem, and then never talking about it again. So it's always a problem. It's always there. And I will make it a problem. So I will make you all cry. You're welcome.
Well, this has been so much fun. You guys have been the best guests. This couldn't have gone better. You guys are so smart. You have such great things to say. I really wanted to, I don't know if I want to like make this a full series, but like I think the reason I wanted to do this is like in addition to it just being an excuse to talk to you guys who I love, like I really wanted to show like fan fiction is art. Like I have had my life seriously changed by so many works of fan fiction over the years, and like real thought and detail and research and creativity goes into it. And you guys, your your fanfics are just like the perfect example of that. So I really wanted to show people everything that goes into it. So this has been a great talk. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I know
Thank you
Reggie
for
and I
having us.
did. Um,
Yeah, thank you for having us and giving us this opportunity to just yap about this
yeah, yeah.
thing.
We should definitely do
And me,
this again without the
yeah, and meeting face to face. So, like,
Yeah.
this is the closest we're probably going to get for a long time. So, you're
One
welcome.
day. One day. One day.
Yeah, one day. We're all gonna go watch David be in a production and then we're going to meet him because low key
We'll
I
have
really want to hand him all the Tonica scenes and be like, you did this. You're welcome. We should just write him we're just gonna write him a movie, the three of us, and then that's how we all get to be best friends with him.
hmm
Hmm.
Okay, well, I'm
And
gonna let you guys
Lauren, you can be in it.
I can be in it. Yay. Yay.
Yeah,
I want to be his daughter, please. Please.
we know you do.
I know, I know. I'm so predictable. Okay,
Okay.
well, bye you two. I'm gonna stop recording.
Bye.